Hello everyone, this is John and this is Jane, and welcome back to, I think this is episode 2 of WanderingOurWay.com videos. We're a little bit late in getting the second one out. You probably noted that. Let me give you a little heads up as to where we are right now. We are in Lake Worth. It's in mid-Florida. We're in the West Palm area, Palm Beach area. We came in here, it's a huge lake. We came in here 2 days ago?
Yep.
2 days ago.
2 days.
And we've been at anchor ever since. We have not left the boat.
Can't leave the boat.
Can't leave the boat, and I'll explain why in a second. Anyway, we came in here on our way down to No Name Harbor south of Miami. To begin our trip over to the Bahamas. We came in here to sit at anchor for a few days, waiting out a huge windstorm.
Yeah.
Right now it is blowing. It's died down a little bit in the last hour, but it's been blowing all day long, actually for the last 2 days. 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusting to 40.
40.
So
40
we have been
miles
rocking, as you can probably tell from the background, we have been rocking and rolling quite a bit. This is a beautiful anchorage. It's a huge lake. There's probably 300, 400, 500 boats in here, and right across the way, I'll show some video of this. There's a huge marina across the way and boat yard for super yachts. Is that what they're called?
They're called.
They're 200 and 300, 400-foot yachts, and they're quite impressive. There's another one just anchored off our port side here, a 300-footer. Very impressive boats.
It's sort of horrifying too. You think about those huge things. Oh well.
Decadent. We call it decadent. It's decadent. But anyway, this is where we are. We are headed south from here. We'll probably leave here day after tomorrow for a trip down to Fort Lauderdale, just south of Fort Lauderdale, and then we'll anchor, and then the next day we'll get up and make our way down to Miami, and then we'll make our way down to No Name Harbor, which is South Biscayne Bay, south of Miami, and we'll wait for a weather window then to travel across to the Bahamas.
We've subscribed to a weather forecaster, a marine weather forecaster, and he along with a couple of web programs that John has, give us such good weather information. So that's how we know about the winds and when would be safe and comfortable to go.
So where have we been since our last release of a video and a blog post? Well, as you may recall, if you haven't paid attention, we spent 5 months in Solomons, Maryland, on the Chesapeake Bay, way north of here, doing a refit of the boat. We updated all the electronics. We did just a whole bunch of upgrades to the boat that we'd been wanting to do for some time. And we intended to leave out of there in October, and we were late. We didn't get out of there until November, and it was very cold and very bitter. A cold front had come in the day we left, and by the time we made it out on the Chesapeake headed south, we were freezing. Anyway, we spent 2 or 3 days on the Chesapeake going south, anchoring every night, and then we pulled in at Norfolk and then made our way down to Beaufort, North Carolina along the ICW. At that point, we headed out into the Atlantic Ocean. When we came up the ICW last year, all the way from Florida to the Chesapeake, we vowed we wouldn't do that again. So this time at Beaufort, we went out into the Atlantic, and we spent 3 or 4 or 5 days, I forget how many, traveling down the Atlantic eastern seaboard, making overnight hops from Beaufort to Wrightsville Beach to Charleston to Savannah, and then into Florida. So our first experience of doing ocean passages was in very cold temperatures, and at night.
But we did it.
But we did it,
and we're very proud of ourselves for doing it and how it all went. So
we did it.
Yep.
Anyway, that's where we are now. We've made our way. Oh, I guess I forgot another part. We on our way to Fort Pierce Vero Beach area to visit with some friends for a couple of weeks, just as we were passing Sebastian, Florida.
Ooh,
and boy, here comes that wind. We had some engine issues and were required to get the engine overheated. Never had happened before, and we had to get hauled in, towed in.
And wait a minute, and the alarm went off.
And the alarm went off.
Which is just a terrible sound.
So we had to shut the engine down. We were towed in by Towboat US. We have their insurance. And we were towed into a really nice boatyard or marina where we spent a little bit of time fixing the issues with the engine and doing a refit on the engine also. So we replaced a lot of the parts on the engine just so we could feel confident going over the Bahamas and not having any issues over there. Anyway, it was a wonderful boatyard.
Really, and you learned so much.
I really did.
Even I learned some about the engine. It was fortuitous, actually.
Yeah, the things that happened or could have happened, we didn't want them to happen in the Bahamas. So it was nice to make all the changes that we made to the engine, and just a wonderful boatyard. And I'm going to, put a word in for them. Sebastian River Marina and Boatyard. It's a small boatyard, but boy, they really treated us like gold in there.
And they did.
And that we feel a part of their family now.
The night before we left, they gave us a little party, going away party. It was just the workers were there. The owner, Doug, got everything together. It was lovely.
And then the next day they helped us out of our slip and waved us goodbye, and they've actually called us a couple of times
to check
to make sure everything's going fine. So kudos to Sebastian River Marina and Boatyard. They really treated us well. So that's where we are. We're at Fort Worth right now. Excuse me, not Fort Worth.
Worth Lake.
Fort Worth.
No fort.
Yeah, no fort.
That's Texas.
That is Texas.
Yes,
we're not in Texas, are we?
Not anymore, Dorothy.
Lake Worth in Florida. We're about 5 miles north of Mar-a-Lago, as a matter of fact. So anyway, we're heading out of here in a couple days, and we should be in the Bahamas in just a few days, as a matter of fact, and we'll do more videos at that point. You want to tell them about the satellite tracker?
Yeah. So go to our website.
WanderingOurWay.com.
Thank you, WanderingOurWay.com. And on the menu there is, it says, what does it say? Track our
route.
Track our route or something. And click on that, and there is a wonderful map there that it tracks us every, 30 seconds?
30 minutes.
30 minutes when we have it on. And we don't have it on now, of course, because we're not traveling by any means. But when we do, you can see exactly where we are, and it's easy to read and follow.
It's live satellite tracking, and every 30 minutes it updates our location and puts that on a map. So
it looks neat.
Yeah, it really works well. Anyway, that's where we are, and we're going to throw some videos of the area in here so you can see where we are, and there'll be more updates of videos as we get ready to cross the Bahamas, as we're crossing to the Bahamas across the Gulf Stream, and then of course while we're in the Bahamas we'll be doing a lot more videos. We're really looking forward to getting over there. and actually it's fortunate we're not there right now, because the weather in the Bahamas right now is just as windy as here, but we'd probably be better off being beat up over there than beat up here, but here we are.
Here we are.
Anyway, anything else?
I don't think so.
All right, we'll see you all later.
Fine.
Yep, we're having a good time. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks again for watching our video and being a part of our little adventure as we proceed into the Bahamas. If you wouldn't mind, down at the bottom you'll see a subscribe button. Go ahead and click on that. That helps us build our channel. Also give us a thumbs up. We always like those.
If you like it.
Jane says if you like it. There's also a little bell down there that you can click on, and that will give you an indication anytime we release a new video. And go ahead and give us some comments. We always like comments, and we'll answer the comments as soon as we get them. So If you have any questions, that's the place to put them. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.